You are now listening to the Warp World Podcast. Boom shakalaka.
I think we should I think we should absolutely just get started. Jaku, would you mind turning on the lights in the studio?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, before we do get started, at least for the people watching the stream, I'm gonna just give them a quick let's give them a little look of the room.
Yeah, just go ahead and do that. I'm gonna
So over here, Jaku, can you tell me a little bit about the tech setup we've got for today's broadcast?
Well, yeah, so we got an Intel i7, recording the podcast digitally with Audacity.
I can hear the fan. It sounds like you didn't opt for the water cooling option.
It's really hard to get some equipment shipped to these islands, and so I had to.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. So you got to take what you can get. Obviously,
Absolutely.
we got our Nintendo Switch there for just sessions to play. We got our mixer right next to the Switch, and then we got our old classic analog recording. Just in case the digital fails again.
I mean, with everything going on right now, you never know what's going to happen. It's good to have those analog copies.
Yep. We got some studio lights and some studio floor lights, actually. We're proud of those. And then, we got a nice little setup over on the other side of the room for any other guests that we might have that come on the podcast. We got a nice couch they can sit on, a director's chair, a mini fridge with multiple snacks and drinks, and a water cooler, of course.
Yeah, no, this is a lovely office. I think we put together a nice studio here.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it without your help and your community's help earlier. So this was definitely a group effort by a bunch of people, but mainly myself and Xwater and it's David with the donations of some of the equipment, and so many people in your chat for some of the helps with the graphics.
Yeah, all the art on the wall. I think it's important to note that you and I didn't make a single one of them.
These are, this art is really, really good. I'm definitely going to have to grab the poo block and the bear and the beautiful looking out a window here. In fact, I want this Jaku too.
Looking out a window is hilarious because it's actually could be thought of as a window.
I just saw the three of us up in the corners too. These are amazing.
Yeah, that one's a custom JP creation. He made sure to get that to us just in time before the recording.
That is beautiful. These paintings are just amazing. This whole thing's incredible. Are you getting a little bit more comfortable there?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little more comfortable over here. Just switch to my tracksuit.
I like it. I like it. All right. Well,
that's not a bad idea.
Are we ready for the podcast? Whoa.
Ooh. Sorry about that.
You also changing Jaku?
You know what? I'm gonna stay. I like that. These are comfy.
I'm gonna wear exactly what I'm wearing right now.
All right. Well, that sounds good to me. All right, but you guys, let's hop into it. Lead us in whenever you like.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Warp World Podcast, episode 140. I am Grant Pooh Bear. Joining me here today, this week, and each and every week, they're the same guys, but they're looking a little bit different. Give it up for Jaku.
Hello.
And of course, whoa. Sorry, I'm getting up. Sorry,
getting a little rowdy. No, it's okay. That's all right.
And of course, Xwater.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Great to be here. Absolutely thrilled.
Absolutely. Now, this is a pretty special episode because we're getting to record this together live, which doesn't always happen.
I mean, they told us not to hang out, but we found a way.
We found a way to do it, and we are coming. Life
finds a way.
Yeah, we found a way to do it, and that way was traveling, getting on a plane. We flew private for anyone who's worried about us. We flew private over to Fruit Ranch, which of course is Jaku's island in Animal Crossing. We were recording this from his upstairs office, which he has gracefully turned into a beautiful podcast studio set up for us here. Like, this is just incredible. You've gone all out here, Jaku. Tell us a little bit about the process of setting up the studio on such a short period of time, because we just decided we were going to film on your island 2 days ago. You know? So me and Xwater actually had been talking since we decided on this, and he
he had literally gotten a microphone that day, and we're like, oh, this is amazing. And I had the pedal boards and a few other things already, and we're like, we can scrounge some things together. He managed to get the lights as well. We reached out to the community though, because we needed a few other things. We needed a video camera, which I was able to find one earlier, but also Oh Hey It's David found one for us as well.
Shout out to Oh Hey It's David. Yeah, shout out to
absolutely.
Oh Hey It's
David.
But he was able to help us get a lot of the equipment. Actually, the TV behind you, Pooh, was also donated by him. It just a lot of the electronics. It's hard to find electronics currently on these islands, and so we had to reach out to other fellow islands. But we spent about 3-4 hours putting this all together earlier today. And shout outs to the community to getting together to create these patterns for these this amazing art on the wall.
Yeah, this background is just incredible. I'm just like amazed at how like the talent of all these people. Like the Noid, man, looks like super great, you know. So this is
even our coffee mugs have personalization on them. Like every little detail here. You know, we're in the green room. We can chroma out in post if we need to. Add some silly stuff.
Even our chairs. You know, for the viewers. You know.
Yeah, take a little look.
Look at all of our special chairs. We got all our logos on them.
Oh yeah, these chairs and there's a lot of tricky things when it comes to getting mail order furniture and giving it to people, because you can only send each person 2 letters a day. So I sent Jaku I can't remember what I sent you, but it was like what, a microphone and a light or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. 2 coffee mugs.
2 coffee mugs. That's right. I sent you coffee mugs to start the day. And then I needed to send you these chairs, but I couldn't. So I sent these chairs to one of my viewers, Pat, and Pat sent those chairs to Jaku to circumvent this whole system.
You forgot. I gave you one chair first.
That's right. You gave me the chair.
Yeah.
So I could mail order it from my catalog.
Yes.
So we have had Jaku fly to your island, though. You bury them. Jaku flies to your island, and then
he just needs to have picked it up, and then he can order it from the catalog.
Yeah.
And then he's able to send it to someone through the catalog, and they get it instantly, whereas he would get it the next day.
Yeah. It was only like 1,000 or 2,000 bells per chair. You know, it was compared to the desktop computer. Those were a cool 100,000 a piece. So those were definitely the greatest office expense today, I think.
Which is crazy because that's the cost of the server rack I have downstairs.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, what do you have in that thing? Has that got like the Titan in it? You know, jeez.
Doesn't have water cooling.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, 100,000 bells and no water cooling. Like that's kind of.
Yeah.
But you take what you can take on short notice. You know what I mean? Like this. It
still also has a DVD drive, which is like what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels, I mean, it is island life. Sometimes internet connection is a little bit less stable. So you need to be able to, like, sometimes it's just easier to, you know, order a Blu-ray disc filled with 50 gigabytes of data instead of downloading the latest video game. You copy it from the Blu-ray drive.
Yeah. The good news, though, is, you know, island life is pretty good life because you can make some money.
You can make
Jaku
some money.
Flexing his new $8,000 suit here too. I didn't know we were doing wardrobe changes for this one. I thought this was going to be another casual experience. So I did not
wore
bring
your
anything.
Casual luchador mask.
I wore my casual. Well, you know, I just got it. I'm feeling good. I've been missing not missing pro wrestling. Like I've still been getting to watch it, but I'm missing like going to pro wrestling shows. So I kind of wanted to rock this as a homage to that. But like, let's just talk kind of like, you know, let's just shoot the shit out. Damn, those Air Force Ones are hot, Jaku.
Thank you. They are real nice.
They're really nice, dude. Are those Jordan 1s actually? They look like Jordan 1s.
Listen, if we're gonna jump into it, the question that I think is on my mind that I want to ask about is, I think the most controversial topic, hold on, I'm just going to change as well to my fancy outfit. The most controversial topic on the island and among all the islands is time travel. Is it okay or is it taboo? I will be the first to admit that I did dabble in a little bit of time travel, but I wanted to visit my friends on day one. And I haven't touched this stuff since. I've been clean since last Friday.
Oh, man. I mean, I think it. I am a proponent of time travel. First of all, I have. You're surprised by that.
Yes.
Well, I mean, first of all, I have acquired the ocarina, which unlocks the power of space and time to begin with.
Of course. Yep.
Yes.
See right.
It is
A,
against
C
the law,
down.
though. Time travel is against the law, if I remember from
but
Family Feud.
one thing I always do is I make sure to come back home. I make
Mhm.
sure to sync up with the real world. Every so often. I don't like to get too far ahead. I like to sync up with the real world and make sure things are okay in that particular here and now, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I think it just all depends on the island that you are wanting and your particular amount of time that you can spend dedicated to your island. You know what I mean? If you want to spend 8, 10, 12 hours on your island, like, why not? Why not allow someone to time travel? You know what? Why not allow them to put in that work, all in one day? Why does it have to be on someone else's time? Why can't it be on your time? That's my opinion.
there's a lot of good points there. There's a lot of good points, and I kind of agree in a lot of ways where the experience comes down to what do you want out of the game, because it's no lie that like this whole, things take time. Building a building isn't quick, and if you don't time travel, you have to take the leisurely road. You have to spend 8 hours fishing and doing whatever instead of unlocking whatever kind of tools it is you want, whatever houses. So time traveling does let you progress the game in the way that you choose. Not time traveling does, however, it feels good.
Yeah,
it feels better.
So I have been free of time travel. I luckily was able to pick up the game 11 o'clock or so the night before. eShop, thanks to that.
I'm shocked by that because just the amount of stuff you have here is incredible.
I mean, time travelers have definitely donated to helping us.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
I wouldn't say we haven't been helped by time travelers. But
Okay.
I myself, I tend to.
You work with them, but you don't participate. I get it.
Yeah.
Listen, if someone gives me $100,000, I don't ask where it came from.
Right.
I just take the money.
So, I've done time traveling in the past. In a previous life, maybe when I was a mayor and something like that.
Yeah.
But for me right now, my whole point is to experience this casually, do the day to day and just live one day at a time. It's kind of how I see it. I think for overall, most people, it's an experience that you can choose how to play. That's the nice thing about it. If you want to time travel, great. If you don't, great. Everyone gets their own way to do it. The only downside I see of time traveling is when you become so out of sync with the rest of the world that like your Sunday is no longer Sunday. It's Tuesday in your world. And you're like, you don't have that excitement of waking up on Sunday with everyone else being like, it's turn up
day.
Yeah.
And so that's
turn up day. Turn up day is
Yeah.
almost like you kind of want to reset to turn up day. Like on Sunday, you want to be on turn up day for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. How have you guys made a sufficient amount of cash on a turnip day yet? Have you bought and sold turnips for any significant prices? I'd love to get some insight from you. I mean, Jakku, look at that suit. You look like a man worth $1 billion.
Jakku's been invested in the turnip stonks real hard.
I've been investing in many things. I've also invested in a casino.
I was going to say invented. You invested in a casino?
We'll
get more into that later.
I'm a little hurt you guys aren't approaching me with these business opportunities, but okay,
Well,
I get that I don't have quite the fruit you have here at Fruit Ranch, but I'm butterfly rich,
Yeah. But no, I've had a few good turnip sales. I bought for under 100 and sold for over 300 and something.
Ooh, that's not bad.
It's not too bad. I put all my fruit money into those original turnips, and I've done quite well for myself.
Yeah, I mean, it shows. The server rack, the computer, the Nintendo Switch. It's impressive. Would you ballpark the amount you made? Just give me the figure. Is it over or under a quarter million
this is
bells?
kind of an awkward question.
It's definitely over a quarter.
Over a $250,000 in just turnips in 1 week? Jeez Louise, man.
Yeah.
I paid off my loan last Sunday.
Congratulations, man!
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. I'm just so thrilled for you.
I've got 2 more payments to go.
Yeah, I immediately took out a new one, as to do here. I'm currently paying off, a hefty, almost 400,000 bell loan, but it's okay. We could pay it off, but I've been busy kind of, sharing. I haven't made my money in the turnip game yet, but I have been selling arcade machines actually. To people. Yeah, I'm
Really?
lucky to have. Yeah, I'm lucky to be able to ship out arcade machines. They're quite expensive for me to ship out. But I've been able to sell a few of those in exchange for some items that I both need and to pad the pockets a little bit.
That's great to hear. Actually, that makes me pretty happy because I definitely have a strong business proposal for you later, knowing that information. Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you want not turnip machine. You want some machines? I can get you some machines.
Oh, I can't drop the money at your feet right now. But I was ready to invest.
You can't drop money inside the house. Yeah, I got dicked by that earlier. That's why I had to move my casino outside, because you can't drop money in a house.
Oh man.
Yeah. So what I would love to get an arcade machine to put in my lovely establishment. I don't know if you've heard about it, but Jakku, with his initial investment of $60,000, helped kind of jumpstart the Tarantula Casino, which is a casino where the structure, the walls are all made out of tarantulas. The foundation of the building alone is worth over 300,000 bells. It's a wonderful little structure.
It's amazing. Like, if you haven't seen it, you're missing out. But like, I'm excited for the growth of this casino and more games and just more tarantulas.
Oh yeah. Now, and so Pooh, if you're so interested, I'd be happy to give you a couple of free entrance vouchers. It's a hot casino. People are paying a lot of money to get in. There's a pretty long list, but I'd be willing to bump you up there if you're
thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm a good enough friend that you'll let me into your casino for free. I really appreciate that. First of all, I'm addicted to gambling, and I'll definitely be there. Secondly, maybe we can talk. Maybe I can take a small, silent partner stakeout in exchange for one of my beautiful 2-player arcade machines.
It's 2-player as well. Yeah, listen, we're gonna save this talk for after the podcast, because that's absolutely something I'd love to.
I think I have a line on some pinball machines too, actually. So yeah, I'll keep you informed on that.
Yeah, that's hot. That's hot knowledge.
Yeah.
We've had some pretty high stakes bets over at the Tarantula Casino going down. It's at least over 1 million bells have been funneled through it up until now.
Wow, you guys are really making moves over there.
The line to get in the other night was just incredible.
Dude, it was hilarious. People were offering, like, someone was like, "I'll give you a neon sign and 30 oranges if you let me in front of this guy." And I was like, "Sold, bro."
That's hilarious. You're literally like a bouncer in there.
Yeah, no one's allowed to walk past the airport until they pay up.
I love that. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Like, props to you, sir. Your next thing you're gonna have to do is hire some security. We'll have to think about that.
Yeah, it's a growing operation. There's definitely some restructuring going on tonight. I just got my first ramp built, so that should be done tomorrow. And with that, I'll be able to expand to a 2-level casino. But if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna need a lot more tarantulas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can only invest bells. Unfortunately, I can't give you any tarantulas, but I can definitely give you the money to help you with
that's. And it's needed to, if I'm gonna, right now I've got the item board. I have the wheel that spins and it hits a particular item, but there's a number board out there somewhere and I don't have it and I need it and I'm looking for it. So if your bells can help me get a snag on that, I can envision us doing at least a couple million bells a day.
Couple million bells a day.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, maybe you expand out, you know what I mean? Like, maybe one day you expand out if it becomes a franchise of multiple casinos,
I'd love to start. Listen, if
the Win.
Honolulu is interested in having a Tarantula Casino, we can talk. I'd love to.
Here's the thing. I don't think we should double. If you do this, if you do expand, I don't think you should double up on theme. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of the keys to Vegas is like one time you go to a Treasure Island and you got, it's all about boats and hoes. And another time you go to the Wynn and it's all about class. And then Caesar, because Caesar actually lived there. We got to kind of think of it in that way. Like, what else can we bring? I'm thinking like a Hard Rock style.
Like a hard. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, we can talk after this. Let's not. I think this is an I Got One podcast at that point.
This is becoming more like I Got One.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, Pooh, I guess you've been time traveling. You've been seeing some things.
I haven't. Well, I time traveled a lot the first day. The first day I was like all over the place. I probably went about 4 days the first day, and then since then I literally have not done it.
Okay.
Just mostly because I haven't had time to do it. I've had enough things to fill my day to day right now. I've been rearranging trees because my first day I was just like, plant the fruit, the fruit, get it planted. Like, let's do that. We'll worry about how it looks later. I'm really frustrated with a neighbor of mine, Mac. I gotta say, it's really distracting when you just get up and change in front of me when we're having a discussion. I mean, it's just awkward, you know what I mean? Like, we're sitting here talking, you're staring at me right in the eye. But yeah, no, I spent a little time. I did get a wrestling ring installed on my island. However, I only have red corners right now. I'm missing the neutral corners and the blue corners, so a little awkward for the ring announcers, but that's okay. I
want to red corner.
Yeah, I want to get some ultimate fighting going on. So we'll see how that works. We'll see what happens.
Hey, if you need any exercise equipment, I got a boxing bag, I got a speed bag, I got a climbing wall, a couple bench presses. If you need any furniture shipped over, just let me know.
Okay, we'll definitely say. I mean, obviously we have some business to all work out after this.
So you've got a wrestling ring going on your island. Do you have any other like interesting little subsections of your island going on? Like, what do the people of Honolulu spend their days doing? Where do they go? What's the happening places in town?
We did just install our orchard. We recently just had 3 new people move in. I haven't really got to know them, but I'll definitely say they're better than Mac. I don't know if you guys have a Mac on your island or someone like him, but dude gotta go. He is I don't want to say hate because hate's such a strong word. And to be fair, he's a cute puppy. He is. He wears a jersey, no pants. It's adorable. But all he talks about, the only thing he talks about is working out. And I swear to God, guys, I've never seen him work out. Every time I see him, he's sitting under a tree. He's fishing. He's just doing something, but it's definitely not working out. You know what I mean?
So he was like the jock character you had start on your island, yeah?
I'm pretty sure he's about to brag about all the women he's not having sex with. You know what I mean? Like,
we hooked up, but you wouldn't know her. She goes to a different school.
Yeah, she's on a different
island. Yeah,
she lives on a different island. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say no.
Well, hopefully you get you can either resolve this with him, have a conversation, or if it comes down to it, I mean, if he has to get the boot, he has to get the boot. There's sometimes you can't do anything about that.
Dude, I've been spending the last hour or two just kind of hitting him with my shovel and my axe. He doesn't appreciate that.
Just dig a grid of holes around him.
That's the idea. It's just soft lock him.
Build a fence around his front door.
Oh, there you go.
Another good idea.
Yeah. That might. I don't know if that works, but give it a try.
I'd move.
Have you guys had a drunk seagull show up on your beach and just like completely destroy your fruits?
Oh my God, dude! He
destroyed your fruits?
Landed on your guys' beach too,
dude. Listen. I think that guy has a serious problem with his drinking, because like if he's passing out on all of our beaches separately, that's just
we're
not
not
right.
close. Yeah, we don't live close to each other. Like,
no,
that's amazing.
I had to take a 2-hour flight to get here.
When last time he was on my beach, I put a fence around him to prevent him from doing anything that I don't want him to do.
It sounds like you build fences around people often.
I got to be a defensive person. You got all this money. You don't know who you can trust.
Being very defensive then.
I like that's your you go to, you come to Jakku's Island, you're getting fenced in,
Well, I'll tell you this. When Xwater first came on, I was gonna check to see if I could build a fence by the airport and check him out.
Oh, give me a quick
he was safe, but game wouldn't let me.
I swear to God, I can't believe you guys did not let me know you were gonna have 95 different wardrobes to change into. This is a little frustrating.
We had expected you to have tons of wardrobes because of your time travel.
Someone in our chat told us you had a magic wand. That's why we did it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I do. Yeah, I do have a magic wand, and I'm like I never use it though because I'm pretty much have been sticking to this look right now. And B, like while I have time traveled, my shop. I don't know about your guys' shops, but my shop in particular has not had what I would call "quote unquote" good things in it. I think there's been about one item I've purchased from my own native shop that's actually gone in my house. Are you guys finding this to be a problem that your native shop does not have the goods you need?
I've gotten pretty lucky on a couple of days with mine, to be honest.
Yeah, I would say the same. Today was kind of a bust for me, but the last few days have been good.
Dude, I'm like white wall, gray wall, soccer ball, basketball. Today I had a fortune teller set.
Yo, if you still have that when you get home, buy me it.
I think I got an extra one in my storage right now. I will send it over right afterwards.
Man, it's actually wild.
Cards.
People on Twitter, if you have those voodoo cards, people will pay you 50,000 bells for voodoo cards.
For the voodoo cards?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the tarot cards, like with the little like candles and everything with it.
Yeah.
I'm talking to people who are telling me they're selling this. They're selling them. Like people will message them, seeing a picture on Twitter, like, "Can I come to your island and buy them? I will give you 50,000 bells."
Oh man, I have that in my one spare room right now with the foosball table.
Yeah, man. Listen. If you let me take that home when I leave, so I can so I can get it in my catalog, I'd be very grateful.
Yeah, I got that from Danger Tater. She was on the island and dropped it off, and boom.
Hot commodity. Yeah, no, they're definitely a desired item. A lot of Animal Crossing fans like tarot cards, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess color me surprised.
But no, my shop's had some pretty awesome stuff. There was one day where I had little dollies, right? Like little blue dressed dollies. And I bought, I'd say probably about 30 of them. And I have a little section of my island where they're all just, kind of lined up like soldiers out in front of a little secret area on my island that I legally can't really disclose any further in a public area.
Listen, I saw those dolls, and let me tell you, those made me distressed.
That's the goal. Yeah, you're supposed to see them and turn around.
Yeah, I did not want to go anywhere near there. I don't even know what you have in that area, but I have no desire to find out.
It doesn't rhyme with Seth Cab. It's not anything to do with methamphetamines. Just don't go to the back of my island.
Wow. I wasn't even thinking that. Like, just the thought of that has me distressed, man. Like, stressing about that.
This guy that we're working with, I don't know anymore.
Listen, you don't become the manager of Tarantula Casino without making a couple shady moves.
Manager, owner, CEO.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm very
fair.
I didn't get this gold monocle by being a friendly man.
Very impressed by the entrepreneurship. Warp World now expanding into casinos. You know what I mean? The virtual casino. Who would have thought? Oh my gosh. Well, should we go to? Do we have a hot take this week?
Well, I think our hot take was going to be more about time travel. But we kind of opened with that in a way.
We did open on that, yeah.
We just started with that hot take.
Yeah, we kind of started with it. There's a lot to be said about my last week here on Fruit Ranch. It started with an idea of just providing as much fruit as possible. And by doing so, I was able to help invest in Tarantula Island and, this arcade business you have. We'll speak about it later. It sounds pretty lucrative as well. I feel like, why we haven't been able to interact with each other really until today. I think we all kind of went out on our own a little bit and found a slice of this pie that now that we're all together, we can really take the world by storm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one thing. We us three, we work together in a great way. Always. We've been very lucky in that. And of course this is no different, but I just gotta give you two mad dope gangster props for putting this setup together today, because this is just on a different level. Like, this is, oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Yes, it's pretty nice. Yeah.
So I gotta say, so Xwater and I both have keyboards. I don't have mine hooked up right now, but like, I don't know if you have a keyboard connected to your game so you can type messages quickly. It's a lifesaver, and I'm cooking up an idea that I'm not going to share, but I'll share it with you guys afterwards, because it's too good. It's too good to share right now until it's ready.
Too good to share. I would have 3 keyboards in front of me for this game, because I have 2 for my gaming PCs. Not here on the island, back off the island. I have one for my gaming PC and one for my streaming PC, so that would just be a lot. The third keyboard, I've been a little stressed about that, but at the same time, I'm writing enough letters where I feel like I should definitely do this.
Yeah, it's definitely useful, and it makes writing letters actually not a pain, and like makes you want to do it.
I gotta ask you a question: is there going to be a way that you can send me this chair, some of these items too, maybe?
We can send you. I can change the designs back to the basic, and you can take a chair with you, and then we can give you the code so you can apply the texture.
I would love that.
Yeah,
that would be beautiful.
Your design app can use QR codes to scan clothes. Here, let me give you a quick little look at some of my wardrobe. So using the QR codes, I've been able to get outfits like Kid Gohan and regular old Goku and things like
regular Goku, not Super Goku.
And a little Marth outfit right here, because who doesn't love a little bit of Fire Emblem in their content?
This is getting out of control. Now they're in Animal Crossing.
Idea what that outfit is at all. No idea.
That is a butt-faced lie, and you know it.
So we talked about what we've been up to, I guess, a little bit. What are your plans after leaving today? What are some goals you want to make for your island?
For me tonight, no, I legitimately, I'm going to, actually, I have a possible hot take, but what I'm going to do, and what a lot of people would deem unethical or wrong, I'm going to get a Nook Miles ticket, and I'm going to go to an uncharted island, and I'm going to scavenge it for all existing resources. I'm going to dump everything in the water, in the ocean, just make it completely barren to the point where the only thing that spawns on this island is tarantulas. And I'm going to collect these tarantulas, and I'm going to bring them home, and I'm going to expand my casino. And that's my plans. But is it wrong to destroy an island to extract its natural resources of tarantulas?
This is a hot take. We were discussing this on stream earlier, and the thing is like, we're going to these islands that, are quite frankly, they're too small to live at.
Yeah.
And they don't have anything, like, who's missing it? You know what I mean? Who's missing it? With that said, I think there is something to, like, not everybody wants to be in the tarantula business, and I respect that. You know what I mean? The tarantula business is... Sorry, let me get back in my chair here. I just had to stretch my legs.
Yeah, no, we've been sitting for a while.
Some people maybe think the tarantula business might be a bit unethical. They, what do I want to say? Respect the treatment of... They think of them as beautiful creatures. I can't help but think I just recently watched Tiger King. I don't know if you guys have seen that documentary on Netflix.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Okay.
I don't get that on this island yet.
Oh, when you get Netflix on this island, guys, please watch Tiger King. It's about the world of people in America who own tigers. And I can't help but feel like there's some parallel. And I'm not, I understand you treat all the tarantulas very ethical at the casino.
Yes, that's what we tell them.
Yes, obviously. But, some people might not be doing that. You see people that are going and farming tarantulas 2, 3, 4, 5 times a night. So I don't know how. I don't know where I stand on that quite yet. I admit that I've only caught one tarantula in my entire time. I've been on the butterfly game. I'm very particular about how I arrange my flowers, and that's allowed me to spawn many peacock butterflies. It's been great.
Smart.
Yes, it's been great. But no, I can't help but feel like, is that ethical? It's not for me to decide. It's not for me to decide. But I understand that it is very profitable.
So from what I understand, the when you get to the island, you're told like, hey, there are no rules here. Take what you want, And so
it does say that. It does say that.
Does.
It also says finders keepers.
Yeah. So I feel like you just need to you take what you can get, you get the resources, and you get out of there because it's nature. It will grow back in that environment, and in 6 months to a year, those plants will regrow, and more animals will come back and take it over.
With what I've been doing to these islands, sometimes I don't think that these plants are going to grow back because not like. To get tarantulas to spawn, you have to literally take everything out. The only thing that's left is the ground and water. And I guess maybe after, maybe somehow life just finds a way.
You're digging up every flower.
Every single thing. All the trees are uprooted. All the rocks are smashed. The weeds are gone.
Flowers have pollen. Birds exist. They will bring bugs and things, insects. They'll bring them back.
Okay.
Fish will show up and die, and other things will eat the fish. Like I think nature comes back given time. We've seen that in the past. I don't think these islands are necessarily going to go anywhere for a while. I think we got some time. To mess with these islands.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Maybe our kids will have some trouble, but you know what? We'll have to think about that later.
Yeah, I think
well, they can worry about that. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it comes down to. Like, how many islands are out there? Is there? I mean, we know that there's millions upon millions of these islands, but is there billions? Is there trillions? You know what I mean? We don't know. So we don't know the damage that we're doing right now. So.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, you might get lucky, X-Water, and you might not get an island that you have to completely destroy, and you just might get Tarantula Island.
Yeah. Oh, I would just be so filled with glee if that happened.
Have you guys seen Bamboo Island at all?
Yes,
I have.
I have not got to go to Bamboo Island yet. I gotta also shout out Oh Hey It's David for letting me steal some of his bamboo. Mm-hmm. So now that I have some of my island, but yeah, the only special island I have gotten is the Monarch Butterfly Island, which was top notch.
Yeah.
But I actually ended up taking more flowers from that than I did butterflies because I wanted to just recreate it on my own particular island.
Yeah.
Shark. I see people out there looking for a shark island. I don't know if Shark Island exists yet.
Yeah.
I heard that only is. Heard it's only exposed during the summer. Yeah, during the summer.
Yeah, there's a week for that. Yeah, there's a week for that.
Shark Week. Yeah.
Shark Week.
But I do know that there is a special fish island. Have you been to Pear Island?
I've seen an apple island, and most of them have just been peaches. My default, my island fruit is peaches. I've been running into a lot of peach islands.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough to get to Pear Island. I actually also shout outs to Oh Hey It's David again. I did take 2 pear trees from him, but then I was able to get like 8 from the island, literally an hour later. And Tarantula Island, I've been able to visit a few times, which has been very nice for me.
Oh, that's incredible, because I've never found a legitimate Tarantula Island. I've had to build them myself. Yeah,
I had to cheat the system.
It's nice.
But you don't become the casino manager by sitting back and letting other people do the work.
Did you write down the order of these? How did you memorize this?
It's a wheel.
Oh, okay.
We're kind of still on a hot take, but let's take it to another hot take. So, are you guys familiar with the tarantula glitch? Other than destroying the island.
No.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm pretty anti glitch in this particular game, like the dupe glitch. Did you guys participate in the dupe glitch at all?
No,
No, I saw it. I
think that
have
one
no
was
interest in
dupe
making my
glitch.
money that way.
No, dupe glitch is way too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the tarantula glitch is interesting. So only one tarantula can be chasing you and like being attacking you at once. So if you build, if you will, a maze of holes, essentially, think of making a box or a swirl of holes, and then you get a tarantula to follow you into this hole maze, and you jump out of it. They can't jump over a single hole, but you need to have it boxed in. You go back around and you fill up that final hole. They're completely trapped in this maze now. All the other tarantulas on the island will not aggro to you when you have the net, as long as you keep that one spawned. So you're able to just pick them up one after another.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me just sounds like smart tarantula army. Yeah. You know?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a glitch, especially because here's the thing with it. You're on an island with these things. The repercussion of getting stung is just some time loss.
Yeah.
You wake back up on the dock, you go find a spider or tarantula, you're back in the game. You're not getting shipped back to your normal island. You're not losing anything. It's just a tactic, I feel like. And I think it's fair game at that point, because you're not doing anything to really disrupt anything. You're just like, I'm saving time. I'm not going to die 40 times to get 10 spiders.
Yeah, I mean, you don't call a beekeeper immoral for wearing that mask that stops their face from getting stunned. You know, you don't say that they're doing anything particularly wrong by using their brain to effectively maintain the insects. As long as we're not talking about doing anything unethical with these tarantulas after getting them, then I'm all on board.
Yeah. I mean, you're putting them on display. People are able to see them.
I'm giving them jobs.
You're giving them jobs.
Their
exactly.
families are, they're getting a healthy pension. Their families are fed. They've got work. They've got a nice, enjoyable life. I'd like to imagine.
Yeah. What's been your favorite activity, I guess, since building your island?
I love going through the aquarium in my museum anytime I get a nice new catch.
Mm-hmm.
The aquarium is just so amazingly built. I don't know how it is here on Fruit Ranch, but
it's pretty amazing as well.
Yeah, like it is just super impressive. I feel extremely proud because I'm the only one on my island who's doing any work as far as donating things to this aquarium.
Not even Max?
Mac, I've seen Mac fish, I don't know, probably 50 times. I've never seen him pull out a fish. Not once. Like, what is he doing? Is he using bait? Is he using fish food? I don't know what Mac's doing. I can't express how utterly worthless Mac is. But yeah, I love just, taking a nice stroll through my aquarium. I actually had Gina, my wife, over to my island. She has her own island. We're not separated or anything. It's just, she wanted her own space, and I know she definitely wouldn't want to be in the wrestling or casino business. So I respect a woman with goals and dreams.
Yeah, that's perfectly understandable.
I took her on a nice date through our museum. We ended up hooking up on one of the benches. It was kind of weird. Somebody put it on my Instagram. But it was it was great. It was fun. I had an absolute blast.
Mac got into your Instagram.
Mac might have been the one who posted.
What about you, X-Water?
I've had a really good time, I'd say, designing, which is the thing I least expected to enjoy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It started out with I got a good recipe for my room. I got a stone wall, and I put it up in my room, and my stone wall, when it was up, it blocked out all the windows. And I was like, that's weird, but also this looks like a barracks now. And so after obtaining more and more stuff, I got a song that was the absolute perfect, barracks song. So I put a speaker, I hid it behind a walls, because obviously a barracks can't have electricity in it, no technology. We're going for a middle age feel. But then I went and, put down a nice hearth in the middle of the screen, and there's a book in front of the stool for the war leader, and then there's a couple of benches for the soldiers to accept instructions. And from there I went on to build my Reth cab, my laboratory at the back of my island, and then I built Muscle Beach, and I've just been expanding and expanding, and I'm just looking forward to designing more and creating more silly little areas on the island to bring people and have fun. I like finding ways to make it so when you invite people to your island, you can do a little more than just hit each other with the net, where you can like play some games and do some silly shit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And having a keyboard makes it really nice because you can instruct people efficiently.
Where's the fruit on your island? Are you kind of like getting rid of all the fruit on your island? Is that what you're?
Oh, I've dedicated a very efficient grid on the far left. On the far left side, there's a very efficient grid of fruit trees that harvest a pretty clean amount every day, which I'm pretty thrilled about.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just getting rid of every non-fruit bearing tree from my island.
Yeah, that's my next goal.
I've slowly been working on that too. Yeah,
like
for every tree I cut, I plant one fruit tree for every non-fruit tree I cut, though, because it's important to me to maintain the natural ecosystem. Yeah.
Oxygen, you need it.
Yeah. I mean, Fruit Ranch has got it in plenty. We saw outside.
Yeah, that's been my main thing is I've been really enjoying just organizing those trees in a row. Tomorrow I'm gonna be able to move a house, and why they look good. What I didn't realize is when you first put down tents, you're allowed one space between them, but when they grow into houses and you have to now set up the 3 houses, they have to be 2 spaces, and so that's bugging me right now. So I got to move the one house over to the left once, and that will take care of that. But I've been really enjoying getting the trees aligned and in a row and organizing them. And one of the things that I do is when I harvest, I harvest on the side islands, but occasionally I get some riffraff and I get some people into the fruit ranch, they shake a tree. And so I got to go to one of my reserve trees and replace it so that I can maintain all fruit on all trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
isn't that the worst when someone comes to your island and they pick up the message in the bottle, or they dig up your fall? It's like, I invite you over to my home and you treat me with this disrespect.
Yeah.
I stand for it.
You got to at least ask, hey, there's a message on the bottle. There's a message in a bottle on the beach. Can I have it? Hey, I found something I can dig. Can I have it? Yeah. Yes,
and the answer is no.
It's usually no. It's absolutely
really
for the first week or so. Yeah. Because,
I'm totally okay with it. Honestly,
really?
I think, yeah. I mean, you're a guest. I invited you to sleep over my house, I would give you a nice bed. I would treat you. I'd say, here, pick anything you want out of my refrigerator. You're a guest to my island. Like, yeah, go ahead. My fruit trees shall grow back. There will be other messages in bottles. You know what I mean? Maybe the fossils.
Yeah,
I understand a little bit. Maybe the fossils, but yeah, I mean, otherwise, like, go crazy. It is, me island as Sioux Island, in my opinion.
Sure. One other thing that just came to mind, Pooh, you might not have had this problem, but what did you do with all of your fish and insects while you waited for the museum to open after the first closure?
Oh no! See, that was when I decided to warp ahead immediately after that. Yeah, those were the catalysts to my first two times of time traveling, because I needed some buildings to be built. I was ready to see this museum. I was ready to make some beautiful donations to it, and I'm happy I did. But I've seen some pretty intricate and elegant solutions, I would say, to this problem.
Gotcha. Yeah. The I would have to say, for me, it was kind of fun building a cage outside with the fish tanks around it, and then throwing the fossils and stuff inside to keep people from being able to pick those up. Mm-hmm. It was pretty neat, actually. I think you got to see a lot of photos of other people doing the same, and like the memes that it generated were pretty funny. I don't know if you saw any of them, but like people had like hundreds of fish tanks. It looked like, and it's like Blathers has no idea what's coming. Like I think it's what is it, the Undertaker or Kane? There's the meme where he's walking down the entrance meme, in wrestling, and it's like he had all these fish in his hand. It's like Blathers. You have no idea.
Yeah, no, I definitely, it was a little frustrating having to wait, but it was also, I feel like, one of those things where I can look back and be like, yeah, we all suffered through that together.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's incredible.
Yeah. Well, we do have time for one viewer question that I have here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. If you want to bring it up, Xwater, I will read it out, but I have it on my phone here. And
yeah, I've got it on the screen for everybody to see.
All right. Xpuku, I understand that turning a game into a franchise with multiple installments is what a game developer ultimately wants, as it will inevitably make more money with more games. With that being said, what installment in a game series would sour your entire series? For me, Far Cry 1 through 3 were excellent games. Far Cry 4 tried to do too much, and just as was met to the point where I did not even think about buying Far Cry 5. Stay safe, rated R.
Oh my God. First of all, the production value on this podcast is incredible. I just want to give like a mad shout out to the producer right there for that one. That was stupid good, Xwater.
Thank you. We put in some good work on this one.
That was amazing. Man, a franchise that I just like, one game made you give up on it. Man, Halo 4. I loved Halo 3 and I loved Halo Reach. I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours in both games, and Halo 4 made me never want to play a Halo game ever again.
Yeah, thinking about it, Resident Evil 6 really kind of did that for me.
Oh man, yeah. Resident Evil 5 was mine for that one.
Yeah, like 5, I was like, okay.
But now they've turned it all around.
Yeah. So like Resident Evil 5, I was almost there, and I gave 6 a chance, and I was like, nope, you guys messed it up. But the the Resident Evil 7 I hear is amazing, and Resident Evil Remake was great, and Resident Evil 3 remake, I'm looking forward to that. So they've definitely turned it around, and so I like that. But I think Resident Evil would be what did it for me for a little bit, but it doesn't mean they can't turn it around, which is nice.
A big one for me was at the time, I mean, it came back, but a big one for me that really, really soured me was BioShock 2. I felt very annoyed by that one because because BioShock 1 was phenomenal in every way.
Totally agree.
Like the story, the gameplay, everything about it, the setting, the world, it was all great. And BioShock 2 to me felt like nothing other than like, let's make a sequel because the first one did well. And we didn't need to go back to Rapture. Rapture's story was done and it was good. And going back in the way that we did just felt like the whole time I was playing it was, you're here because this place was well received and not because we had anything more we wanted to show you.
You didn't enjoy the whole, change in dynamic of like you're playing the
daddy,
the girls,
the big daddy.
the daddies. Yeah, you didn't enjoy that so much. I thought that was like cool. I thought it was a bit more actiony, you know what I mean, than the first one. But I didn't think BioShock 2 was worth it all. That's actually fascinating to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely just felt like it didn't hold up nearly well enough, and it was a place we didn't need to go back to. I think the revisit we do in Infinite to Rapture was really, really cool.
Spoiler.
So I wouldn't necessarily completely agree, but BioShock 2 definitely was not like even close.
Not as good as one.
No. Yeah, and one just had an amazing story. And I think the action of being a big daddy was awesome, and like that's what made it fun. But it definitely didn't ruin the series for me, because like I was very excited for BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, well, and I loved Infinite when it came out. Like I still think Infinite was really, really well done, and like two, just for until Infinite was like announced and they were like, yeah, we made a new cool world and did some cool new stuff. I was like, all right, now I'm back in.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. I mean, if you just didn't like the storytelling of staying at Rapture, you know what I mean? I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, especially just because everything that was happening is like all these things that are coming up. I felt like if they existed, would have been present in BioShock 1. It just felt shoehorned.
That's fair. That's always like the hard part about doing a prequel game, but a sequel, because like in a sequel of a video game, things have to evolve. You're doing a prequel in a movie, it's really easy to just downgrade technology and everything else. But in a sequel to a video game, you do have to improve gameplay and have cooler stuff. You know what I mean? Like these things do have to exist. It's kind of like the issue like Star Wars has. Like, you know, Jedi at one point in time were doing fucking flips and they had all this amazing technology that got lost in this, you know, by the Empire into the war. And now Jedi fight like these big brooding, you know, normal swordsmen, not like, you know, amazing ninjas. I want to say. So it's kind of like the same thing. It's always really weird when you have to do that. Like the prequels have more than the sequels do. You know what I mean? You have to. You always have to find some cheap way to explain that.
Right.
And that is one thing that's hard about video game prequels as sequels.
Yeah, especially when you don't really anticipate having to do a sequel / prequel.
Yes.
Where,
when it's not planned. Like if it's a sequel, or if you're already planning on doing it, like you have kind of an outline in your head, like, all right, we're gonna make 3 games or 3 movies, and the first one's gonna tell this story, and like you have to leave those openings for yourself. And if those openings aren't left, it's really easy to tell, I feel like, when you're looking at a story and you're like, okay, did these people know they were going to be doing this spinoff, or did they kind of just work it around in a lot of ways?
It's hard. I mean, I'm sure it's like hard to write that because most of the time you have to expect you're getting one chance at a new IP. You want to throw like every idea that you have out there. And I think in that situation with BioShock, like they were like, there's no way we could do a sequel to this game on this same console, you know, because they needed to reuse Rapture. They needed to reuse a lot of that stuff to bump it out.
Designing a new world is like 2 years of just art direction.
Yeah,
exactly. So that would have been so hard for them to do in that situation, you know, development wise. So I understand why they do that. Like, why they had to go to a prequel for that particular one. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have I don't think there was really a way they could do a sequel in a Rapture unless it was another Rapture, you know, like something else that was just like Rapture that happened, which would have been an even weaker cop out, you know?
Yeah.
So it is hard.
Yeah.
Sequels as prequels is hard. We could do a whole nother hot take about this.
We really could. But thanks so much, Radar.
Yeah, I do have to catch the last flight out here.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this has been great. I'm glad that you were able to come to my island, Pooh, and
I'm super happy about this.
Now
100% want to visit as often as possible.
Absolutely, and now we can send each other mail.
Yes.
So this has been great. I hope the viewers enjoyed this change up in our scenery. And we'll see what this holds for the future for the podcast. I don't think we built this room for a one-time use, but you never know. We're seeing, and if we continue to do it, we're maybe we'll take some viewer questions by sending it to us in our Animal Crossing towns, and we can get your fan art on the walls and other things. So definitely reach out to us at animalcrossing@warp.world.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And it goes on the computer right over here, the 100,000 bell computer.
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
oh my God.
I'm excited. I hope we can have a guest on at some point. There's a lot
that would
be
fantastic.
I think we're gonna take this a whole new direction. I hope you guys enjoy it. But this has been a fun episode for sure.
This has been a special one. I'm glad we did this.
Special. Yes, yeah. This is like exactly what I needed, especially after last week's episode, to all of us to be able to get together, which I thought wasn't going to happen for a long time.
Yeah.
Round of applause, man, for this episode.
Amazing. Amazing. Just top notch.
Yeah, this is fun. I really had a blast on this.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps it up. Episode 140 in the books. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Bye.
Peace.